So today we have school students and university students across the country walking out to raise their voices in demand for a ceasefire in Palestine and for the freedom of the Palestinian people. We have seen a massive clampdown within schools and universities against anyone trying to raise solidarity with Palestine. And so it's so important that these young people are taking this action to make their voices heard, to challenge that censorship.
There's a long history of school strikes and student strikes in the UK, so we've got all ages of students out today, including primary school students right up to university students, sort of standing together.
I'm a UCL student, first year, studying sociology and politics of science. And I think it's really important for all students, all of us, to speak out.
What's happening at your university? Are they trying to silence you?
I believe they are trying to silence us. I was quite offended at the fact that they were sending out emails to people saying how they shouldn't be supporting Palestine, linking that to terrorism.
We're here today because the Palestinian people have been victims of ethnic cleansing for the last 75 years or so, since 1948. There's been human rights abuses and violations since then.
We've seen over thousands of children in Palestine being annihilated. So we hear as students coming out that we're saying to the government that we will not stand with them in their complicity of Israeli apartheid.
It's so important that we're here today because we're just showing the government, we're showing our own universities that we can't continue life as usual. While there's not been a permanent ceasefire, while children, families in Gaza are being killed, bombarded, annihilated, and that's why we're on strike today.
Palestine will be free. It is no small thing to sacrifice a day of your education, because education is precious and education is powerful.
Gaza has become a graveyard watered by the crimson tears of the olive trees that have raised to the ground. Gaza is peppered with the wounds of the bullets that ripped through the foreheads of children where their mothers used to kiss.
We will never give in. You will never censor us. You will never silence us. You will never beat us.
We're here to protest against, our university complicity in the genocide in Gaza right now. Our university, KCL, is complicit. They are maintaining partnerships with and funding Israeli institutions, namely the Technion University, which develops the weaponry and the technology used to suppress and murder the Palestinian population. We are also here to speak up for our student union officers who were recently suspended just for speaking up against this. They were harassed, they were intimidated, they were threatened. We're not going to take that.
This country colonized my country, and the genocide would not have happened without this country. This enabled, funded, gave weapons and military to Israel to continue its atrocities. If a genocide cannot trigger a change, what will?
There is more wisdom and common sense. There is more decency and good values in every child and student who has walked out of school and university today than in the whole building opposite us in Downing Street.
How can we not do anything, knowing that Gaza's Ministry of Education announced an end to the entire academic year because every single student was killed?
The first person needs to stand up. No one else from my school, despite me trying to bring them along, has come. And I just came because this is the least we can do.
You, as young people within the school system, within the education system, are targeted by normalization programs like Solutions Not Sides, programs like Forum for Discussion of Israel and Palestine. Other organisations too are funded by the British Foreign Office, are funded by the British government, and are also funded by the same people that fund settlements, by the same people that fund the Friends of the IDF, by the same people that fund Keir Starmer.
I'm here as a Jewish socialist who utterly condemns the war on Gaza declared by the Israeli government. A Jew who stands for justice, equality and freedom for Palestinians.
On the big march on November the 11th, there were 1,000 of us, which was, fantastic. And a lot of these people, it's the first time they've done some demonstrating as Jews for Palestine. It's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of pressure in the Jewish community not to say such things and not to say them openly. Yeah. But I think now they've taken that step, there's no going back.
Every demonstration that we mount means other people begin to understand what's going on. Every demonstration we mount gives some hope to people living in the most desperate situation in Gaza, on the West Bank or in the refugee camps. and I've been talking to many people living in the most desperate situation, and all they say is do everything you can to make some noise for the survival of the Palestinian people, and also thank people from all communities, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, non-believers, for standing in solidarity for human rights and human justice for the people of Palestine.
So Jeremy, the importance of today's protest, all these students coming out outside the
young people raising their voice despite all the encouragement not to do so, standing up for justice, standing up for peace,